Why nice girls lose in the game of love. Hello, my name is Chengi, and you, my precious one, of course, are my world. Welcome to Chengi's World, right here, where I teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that men find completely irresistible. Can I get an amen to that? Can I get an amen? Okay, amen. I got you, girl. I can hear you. Okie dokie. So we're going to be talking about the difference between being nice and kind. And I wanted to do this video because actually one of my angels in my group just sort of was answering, we were talking about some dating questions, and so she asked, she was answering somebody, and she had a situation where a guy had approached her and she didn't want to talk to him. He had approached her via Facebook and she didn't want to speak to him, and so he kindly asked, and she said, I'm not interested to him. And usually when she says that, the men are like, oh, but you don't even know me, you haven't given me a chance, blah 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 blah. Typical, because she's lovely, sweet, and men tend to think that nice, sweet girls can be bullied into a relationship with them because they don't always understand when you are nice, okay? Or and many of us have been raised to being nice girls, and we energetically read as nice girls, and there's nothing wrong with being nice. I've done a video on this channel about the difference between nice men and good men. There is a difference. Please watch that video. But a lot of us don't realize that we are supposed to be nice. We're supposed to be agreeable, and get on with people and do our best to get on with people. But we also need to have our standards and our boundaries. Again, there's a video on this channel that talks about the difference between standards and boundaries, but how they're both essential. But we still need to have our standards and our boundaries. So the reason why many of us end up in relationships that we didn't want in the first place is because a lot of low value men who really don't have much to offer like to target nice girls, like to target women that are a bit more agreeable, because they are more likely, if they can browbeat you and talk you into feeling guilty for rejecting them, then they have a handle on you. They know they can maneuver you. They know they can steer you. They know they can kind of get you going in the direction that best suits them. And I always say to you ladies, and to those of you who follow me on Angels or who are clients of mine, you have to set up the relationship dynamic correctly from hello. Because whilst you can set standards at any point in the relationship, it is much harder to change behavior that was acceptable than to simply start off with your values from the get-go. Because at that point, you establish how you want that other person to treat you. So if you find yourself in a situation where men browbeat you into having a conversation with them, or why don't you just give it a chance? You don't even know why, you don't even know me, but you're saying you're not interested, and then you feel like, okay, well, let me give him a chance. There's nothing wrong with getting over yourself and giving a man a chance, but it shouldn't be because he has browbeaten you, guilt tripped you, kind of created this set of circumstances around you where you feel that if I say no, that makes me a bad person, or that makes me a difficult person. And so I said to her, why don't you tell him, I am not attracted to you. Thank you very much for your kind offer. I'm sure you're a very great guy, but I don't find you attractive. And I wish you the best of luck in your dating expeditions. She didn't go ahead and put, I'm not attracted to you. She just wrote back, I am not interested in you. And so when we were kind of following through the thread, of course he turned around and said, oh, but you haven't even given me a chance, right? And so I laughed and I said, so there's a reason why I use the word attraction. Well, ladies, let me just give this to you because it's really important that we all understand this. Men don't read subliminal lines. They're not wired to read between the lines and figure out what you're trying to say. You have to tell a man precisely exactly what you're feeling, thinking, even if you feel it's going to hurt them, even if you feel it's not nice, okay? And what is important for a high value woman is to be kind not necessarily nice all the time. You can kindly tell somebody the truth without being moronic, right? You don't have to say, listen, you stupid, whatever, whatever, whatever. I just told you that I'm not interested. We don't have to go right ahead and just block them. We don't have to do any of those things. They're low value, they're not ladylike. And who knows that you may be saying no to a friend or somebody who in the future might be valuable and important to you. So a high value woman knows that every relationship, every conversation must at best end in some sort of friendliness. Now, I have blocked people and I will shut you down. I will delete comments, and I'm very savage about the energy I allow in my comment section, the energy I allow in my socials, and the energy I allow in my world. I'm very savage about that, and I offer no apology. But that is about protecting my world, protecting my girls, protecting the people that value my content, and just protecting the energy around myself. And that is not nice, right? And it's not even sometimes kind, but it is necessary. For sometimes in life you have that person or us, and as a leader I have to protect us, right? Even if it's at the cost. And also by protecting myself, I protect us, because a lot of people depend on the wisdom in my life to build their lives and build their relationships and their romances. So I can't be in bad energy. So yes, I have blocked. It's not something I do all the time, and it is never my first resort. My first resort is always to communicate kindly. My first resort is to communicate firmly and decisively, so that the person I'm speaking to understands exactly what outcome I am expecting at the end of this conversation. I wasn't always this woman. I had to learn to be this woman, because it is actually kinder to be clear than it is to give somebody a vagueness. Now, men understand a lack of attraction more than they understand a lack of interest, because men understand that attraction and chemistry works differently for women. Men either have the chemistry with you, they either find you attractive, want to sleep with you, or they do not. There's nothing you can do over time to persuade them differently. You can't talk them, sweet talk them, show them how nice you are. If a man doesn't find you sexually attractive, and doesn't have that chemistry with you, he's not going to develop it over time. If he eventually ends up with you, it means he has settled because he can't feel like he can get better, or he just didn't want to hurt your feelings. But for chemistry, it works very specifically for men. Attraction is a very specific thing for men. And of course, it doesn't mean that just because he can shag you doesn't mean that he's attracted to you. A man can turn off the lights, and as long as it's woman, he can get on with it to release himself, but it doesn't mean that that chemistry is there for him. For us women, chemistry can grow, it can build up. We can, after 3 dates, actually find ourselves very, very attracted, sexually and emotionally attracted to a man that in the first date we're like, what? Which is why I tell my girls to go on 3 dates. So saying to him, I don't find you attractive, makes sense to the masculine mind, because he knows within himself there's nothing he can do when he doesn't find a woman attractive, And so when you say that to him, you're speaking to him in the language that he's come to understand. We don't have to be mean. We don't have to be cruel. We do have to be kind at all times, wherever it is possible, wherever we feel safe, and whenever we feel unsafe, then we need to close that door, we need to shut it down, we need to block them, we need to keep on moving. And safety is not about physical safety all the time. Safety is about your psychological safety, your emotional safety, and just making sure that your energy and your equilibrium is as it should be. If you know me really, really well, you will know that I really, really, really guard my energy with vengeance. That is because I am genuinely a highly sensitive person. I pick up on energy very, very easily. I walk into a room and I feel the energy very easily. I'm very, very sensitive spiritually, and very, very sensitive within my emotional and psychological space, which makes me very good at what I do and reading people, but also can shift my energy. So I'm very careful about where I go, how I spend my time, what I watch and what I listen to. And I was saying to somebody, I don't watch television, I don't listen to the news, and it is very deliberate. It's a very deliberate choice of mine. And whilst many people might think it's ignorant and I don't know, I know what's going on in the world. I have ways of getting the information that I need to be relevant in the world, but I am very careful about what I let into my ear gate and my eye gate. And so we all need to develop an ability to know where our energy lies and to protect it. And so if you don't protect your energy, generally in life, you're not going to protect it when it comes to how you deal with men. And your being nice is always going to be that breach in your wall. It's always gonna be the bit that predatory men, low value men, are gonna use to their advantage. And so you don't have to be a meanie to be a high value girl, but perhaps it's time for you to pack in being nice and maybe embrace being kind and high value. I hope this video was useful to you. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And in the meantime, if you'd like to work with me one-to-one, get on a Zoom call with me, go. I love it. If you'd like to get on a call with me or any one of my beautiful, amazing coaches, please do contact us at chengisworld.co.uk/shop, where I'll be more than happy to chit chat with you and help you through to the other side of your love life. And in the meantime, my darling, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Take care of you. Love you lots. Bye-bye now.